Okay, this is my first try, so I'm just going to sort of practice this and see how I get on. But today, like I said on Facebook, I'm going to try over this weekend, I said, and show you all how I make a risotto. Here's all the basic ingredients that we're going to be using today. So the first ingredient is a nice bottle of Chablis that's going to be used for the cooking. We definitely need at least half a cup of that in the cooking, so you know, probably just make sure that it's all right. It should be all right. Oh yeah, dynamite. Okay, so there's going to be a bit of Chablis in here for the cooking. This is a different bottle. This is a nice red one that I'll be actually drinking later with the risotto. I'll have to test that later, but for now I'm just you know, just testing the one that I'll be using for cooking. Oh, lovely. Okay, so ingredients: arborio rice. That's a short grain rice that soaks up all the chicken stock and the wine, of course. So you don't want long grain rice, you've got to have short grain rice. Arborio rice is the best for risotto that I've found. Lemon, garlic and shallot there. Got portobello mushroom there, chicken stock, extra virgin olive oil. I've actually got some scallopini, no, not scallopini, it's escalope, veal escalope in here. In fact, it's veal scallopini, but I'll be cooking that the last minute just to put on top of the risotto. Got some mixed herbs that you can see them mixed herbs there. Those will be going in just for flavour. Got butter and shredded Parmesan cheese. And finally, and that's the gem in the icing on the cake there. That's black truffle oil that goes on at the end. You just splash that over the top. Lovely jubbly. So, right, so I'm just going to stick my chicken stock into a pan. That's because you have to warm the chicken stock up. You don't use cold chicken stock. You have to warm it up and then you ladle it into the risotto as it's taking in all the moisture. I'm just going to put that on the simmer, just get that going a little bit. Just going to, because as I say, you've got to have that warm. Don't ever want to be dealing with cold, because it does something bad to the rice. Anyway, won't go into the detail on that. So, right, so let me get rid of olive oil, by the way. You're just going to put like a good couple of tablespoons of that in to the pan. Now if there was 3 of us, I could probably do a cup of rice and that would do enough risotto for 3 of us. So I'm on my own, so I'm just going to do half a cup of rice. This would be funny now if I smash my fingers to pieces, wouldn't it? Like with a knife, but hopefully I won't be doing anything stupid like that. You're out there. Yeah, so Tina and Georgia are away in LA. They've left me here all on my own for quite a while. been you know, as you know, been here for quite a while now on my own, so I'm starting to get used to actually being on my own and doing all my cooking. Well, I always do the cooking anyway. I actually love cooking. So just going to do a little chop on the shallot. Try and use shallots, don't use just onions, because shallots have got a lot more flavour and they'll work much better. Do chop on the old garlic. So I suppose if I was Gordon Ramsay now, I'd have been throwing a few F's in and all that, but I don't intend doing that. I don't see the point in it. It makes me laugh sometimes, but I think it goes a little bit over the top. Anyway, I'm just going to get a little bit teary-eyed now. Just thinking about Tina and Georgia being away and Joe being on the other side of the country. And here I am stuck in the middle with you. And I've got the dogs, you know, I'm looking after the dogs. They're a bundle of fun. especially since next door neighbour's dog come back. It was away for a week, it was driving me nuts, like barking all the time, and it starts mine off, and it was away for a week, so it was beautiful. Just come back yesterday, so anyway, so that's a rough chop on the garlic. So now we've got the garlic and onion. I will just slice up this portobello mushroom, give that a little chop there, get that into some smaller pieces, because now normally, sometimes I cook the mushroom in a separate one and I put it off to one side and then wait till a little bit later in the process and then put the cooked mushroom into the risotto, but I'm not going to do that this time. I'm actually going to cook it in with the rice, because I've seen them do that just recently on the TV and it looked pretty useful to me. So anyway, so now we've got we've got the chicken stock now simmering on the back. That's warm enough already, so that will just go to simmer. Now we're going to put medium heat on the olive oil, get that going. I'm just going to make sure this is still alright, because when I cook with it I want to make sure it's not gone off or anything. Don't want to spoil the food. Oh, I'll definitely have to make sure that I save a drop for the food, because when you absorb the white wine into the arborio rice, it just has a totally different taste than if you leave it out. And I've left it out a couple of times when I didn't have any white wine in the house, and it don't taste anywhere near as good. So just, you know, make sure you've got some white wine. Actually, I wouldn't normally use something like this. I would normally just use quite a cheap bottle of dry white wine, but it's just I fancied like a little sip of some, I haven't drunk a Chablis for ages, so I fancied it, so that's what I got. I'm only going to use like half a cup or 3/4 of a cup of it anyway for the cooking. Oh, lovely jubbly. Right, so we've got the oil. I don't know if you can see that there yet. We're going to get that oil nice and hot. Bring the onions and the shallots, get them into the oil. We're just going to give them, I'm not cooking much actually, I normally cook a lot more than this. So we're just going to get them going so that they'll get going. Now, very quickly, I should have prepared this already, but very quickly, I've got some mixed herbs here, like just various mixed herbs, tarragon, basil, I'm not sure what the other ones are called, I can't remember, but anyway, I've got this little gadget, see, and what it does, see that, there, see, what you do is you put your herbs in there and it smashes them up, and it's great job. That's basil anyway, nice basil in there. It's going to have nice basil in there. Some of this is tarragon, I think. I can't remember which one's which, but lovely jubbly. Now, we've got the, now what we don't want to do is we don't want to burn these onions and garlic. So what we do is make sure we get that down low enough. Now,